Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope your watercolor going great. You are learning and improving. So in this watercolor tutorial, I'm going to talk about one of the three different, very unusual way to learn watercolor, yet very effective. Even though this sounds very awkward, but when you bring this, the practice into your exercise, you'll see like the kind of the improvement in your painting over the time. Before jumping into it, I want you to please subscribe this channel, so whenever I upload any new video you will get a notification, right? So please do that. I really want you to fast track your watercolor learning. So, after doing my research, I found that the biggest struggle any watercolor beginner has is their fear and how their fear is holding you off. So, to address this common problem, I have created a quick watercolor lesson which will help you to overcome your watercolor fear. So, go to my watercolor class website and request for this lesson. And yes, this is going to be absolutely free. So, go ahead and get this. So, the number one very unusual way to improve your artwork is I think you have come across several times when you feel like your paintings are going nowhere, and your end result is really irritating you, frustrating you. Most of the time this happens to many beginners, even sometimes even with professionals like me. We get like very frustrated to see the results, things and like that, but you need to have a different approach for this. Whenever you feel that your painting is going nowhere and it is not the kind of work you are actually visualized, so very first thing what you need to do is you should not stop doing that painting. You should keep continuing with that painting and just see where it is going, and just reach to the end of this painting where you feel like, okay, enough. I've done it and there is no room for me to continue with this painting. But you should not stop in the middle of the painting and just say like, okay, things are not going, I should stop this, probably I'll just start a new one. No, you have to complete that painting even if it is not, it's not at all good. I mean, it's so ugly that you feel like, oh my god, if I continue with this, I don't know what will come at the end of the what I'll get it. Just forget about it, just continue with that. You will see like there is just some very interesting learning is happening. Each of the when you're doing that process, you see like there is a very interesting learning happening within you. You're learning something, and at the end of the painting, you'll realize that, okay, I have done certain things while doing this painting, though the result is so bad, but still I've got something, I've completed this painting, right? The sense of completing that particular painting gives you an ultimate confidence, trust me, because the moment you leave that painting in the middle and you will never touch that painting again, that will drastically reduce your motivation to paint watercolor. So no matter what it is, just complete that painting. So try that. This is very important. And the moment you start, practicing this particular, way of looking at your watercolor artwork, definitely it give you a lot of value to your watercolor art. And the second thing I would say is increase your pace, you know, because like your painting is going nowhere and you are completely relaxed that, okay, I'm going to spoil this painting. My painting is spoiled anyway. Now let it just do whatever I want. So your mind, your mind never be it'll work like, okay, there is no any fear around, and it gives you a complete ability to do whatever you want. You're getting me? So that kind of things only comes when you're doing in a very fast pace. So fast pace, what it does, it does two different things. So one is it takes out your all fear, because you have no expectation. You see like, okay, whatever I do anyway, I am not getting anything at the end of the day. Right? So you do whatever you want, so do that. So doing that activity, because you are interacting, you are interacting with the color and brush strokes, things like that in your paper, and there is a no any expectation around you. Do whatever, it's absolutely, you are absolutely free. So do it whatever the way you want. Right? So doing such kind of things is definitely, it takes out your fear. And going further, when you'll make, so that becomes your habit. you know it becomes your habit, that it builds a very very interesting confidence, right? Because you have already practiced that. And another interesting thing happen is your confidence is way way higher, your motivation is so high, if you start doing this, because you will be in a very fast pace. You just take a color and just throwing on the paper and doing tick 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 and something like that, you know and doing that, it builds that. Trust me, and it will really help you. Though it's very unusual to hear this, but it works. It really works. Try that and you'll feel the difference. So what it does is it increases your confidence level, and it also takes out any of your fear regarding to the watercolor. It takes out your all fear from from you. So try this. And the third thing, this is going to be very interesting. So your frustration, where do you want to, your painting has spoiled, your expectation was to create something very, I mean, masterpiece, right? And that's what the kind of intent you had when you started your painting. And middle of something, you realize that okay, your painting is going nowhere, and it's completely, and you just started doing a lot of experiment around, but there should be some frustration, right? So where you have to take out those frustration, just take out there only in the painting. So just, but those frustration is, this frustration should be in a very joyful manner. You should not just kill your head or just throw the brush on the paper and just throw your colors. So not those, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about why I have done something like this. So my painting got spoiled. So you just take out your all frustration there in the paper, right? That mindset will help you to really gain more and more knowledge, more and more confidence level, and it really fills you with a lot of energy, and the motivation. So try technique. These techniques are again very unusual yet very effective. Trust me. Right? So I hope this tutorial really help you, or probably will help you if you just try that. Most of the people are saying like, no, I can't do this because I'm using very expensive watercolor paper and the colors, things like that. No matter. I mean, you are learning art, and you need to be creative. What art supplies, the materials you need to practice this, right? So just try that, and see, things will definitely turn out very positive manner in your watercolor art journey. And yes, please check my watercolor mini courses and various other courses I have. Please visit my website. So you have a very wonderful, the courses available which I've created for many beginners and intermediate students. So you'll have a lot of fun, a very interesting way to learn watercolor, because learning something has to be in a way that it should be convincing, right? Medium something like watercolor should be taught in a different way. Right? So this is what it is. I hope you really enjoy this tutorial. I'll see you next time.